Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, the G's in my lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Oh, that is so good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to hold myself accountable to work on projects that I've been meaning to work on. And one of those is actually, I'm kind of working on, you probably can't see it. I'm working on like the social share image for this site that I kind of got done. It's I'll talk about it later. So, because I actually got it finished. Well, finished. So I got it in a good state to where I feel good about putting it out, right? And so that is why I do untilit.works, because I'm the type of person, if I don't make time, I'll never find time. And so by doing this to where I'll be by a computer for some hours of the day, I'm able to work on projects. All right, so untilit.works consists of ciphers. And a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There is a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on what you're working on, trying to make some progress. Any sort of like thing that you can get done, that's the time to focus and try to get something done. Then there's the break sessions, which happen around 15 minutes after the hour, where I will pop up here, kind of take over the whole screen to be like, hey, time to take a break, get up, walk around, drink some water, do what you got to do. But don't let your mind think about the thing that you're just focusing on. It's your time to kind of let your mind rest. Yeah, so like I said, I'll pop up here. If you ever come to the site and we're in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen. And that's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. And that's why I have the notice there below the video saying you may need to click play to start the stream. Next to that is open close caption button. Click that, a space will open up. And I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. And so hopefully if you click that space, the words that pop up will be actually what I said. You never know with these things. Then there's 2 buttons. Don't worry about those because it's broken, which kind of ties into the site I'm going to launch, but I'll talk about that later. Then there's a button to join the room. So if you like to chat or ask questions, you can do that there. There's also a countdown timer, countdown to when the next work session starts and the break session ends. And yeah, that's that. Cool. Let me show you what the work session looks like and what you can do there. And some stuff broke here. Like this site, the site that we're on now, untilit.works, is a older site. Maybe like a couple of years now, I think. And I was using frameworks that I wasn't too familiar with. It was kind of a thing to try. And since then, one of the frameworks has been changed to another framework. They like deprecated the older framework that I used to have a newer framework. And so I was using Svelte. I was using Sapper, which was like its meta framework. But now they have Svelte Kit, which I have not like played around with because I've been using Astro. Because I was waiting in between Sapper and Svelte Kit. And then I found Astro. So I've been kind of just playing around with that. So the site I made, I'm going to show later, is actually created with Astro. So yeah, so it was new stuff. And even the back end, I was doing some stuff I've never done before. And things are breaking. And so one of the things, and I was using different like service providers. And so for example, the background, I was using a third-party API to get random nature images. It was free, and you can't run a business on free, so they shut down. So that's why right now probably the background is black until I create my own thing where I take photos from pictures I've taken on my travels and replace it with that. So when I redo the site, that's the type of stuff I'm going to include. So for right now, things are breaking. I'm just keeping it going. until I have time. But over the upper right-hand corner, we have home, shop, subscribe, and log in, logged out, depending if you're logged in or logged out. Subscribe has a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. Over on the left-hand side, another thing that broke, I was using Bandcamp. And shouts to Bandcamp. I was kind of using their player, not in the way they may have intended. So I'm going to create my own player. So if you want to listen to some music, you can do that. I'm going to make a web component out of it and just do that. Cool. Towards the center here, we have a to-do section where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit enter or the plus button, and it'll add it to the list here. You can click the text to edit it. You can click the X button to delete it, or you can mark it complete by clicking the checkbox. That will then send it to the done section, to where if you click the header done, it'll show you all the things that got completed. If you click the Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter in a brand new browser or tab, and it'll pre-populate a tweet, and it'll list all the things that you got completed. So for me, it's kind of like a cool way of like, oh, I got some stuff done, feeling good, going into the day. You know what I'm saying? Going into the week. Even if I never get a chance to work on anything else, at least I know I put in some time and effort on Sunday. All right, cool. Then we have another countdown timer, countdown when the next break session happens. View tutorials. So if you're brand new to coding and you're looking into like web development, that seems pretty cool, but you don't know really where to start. I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me that they've gone through them, I think by the end of it, if you complete those, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, you can make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing it. So I have links to those. Now, if you're already into coding, like web development specifically, and you're looking for some like quick projects, well, relatively quick projects, you can kind of like follow a tutorial and then have something that can maybe get your creative juices going, that maybe you'll be able to extend or create a project, a full application with it. I have links to 3 tutorials. I'm a JavaScript, they're Vonage tutorials. So I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage. And part of my responsibilities are like look over tutorials. And so I have links to 3 of them there. And I think they're pretty dope. Like one is where you, after following the tutorial, you have this application. It has an input box and a button. You put in your phone number into the input box, you hit call, and what happens is you put in your real world phone number in the input box, you hit call, and your real world phone will ring, and you'll have a conversation back and forth. Then I have one that's the opposite, where you get a virtual number. From your real world phone, you call that virtual number, and you link that to the application you create, and you'll be able to answer that phone call and have a conversation back and forth between the browser and the phone. Then there's one where like 2 users like log in to an application that you create, and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation back and forth. I think it's pretty dope. All right, then Hako we'll come back to. Show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that. And then that's the whole status thing that's broken. Again, when I recreate everything, I'll be fixed, hopefully. Cool. Hako. Hako stands for Help a Coder / Creator Out. It's a thing I made so that if you ever get stuck on something, or if you want to get help or feedback, you'll be able to create a Hako, which is a room that you can then invite people into. And the hope is together, you'll be able to collectively come to a solution or the feedback for the thing that you're working on. So if you were to click view, it'll show you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out their profile. And then you can decide whether or not you'd like to request to join. There's a filter list of different keywords, so you can like filter down by things that you're interested in. Then if you click create, it presents you with this form. You put in your title, 3 keywords, hit create. It'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy, or you can click to share to Twitter. And then when you join your Hako, it looks like this. We got the title at the top. You can leave the Hako if you like, open menu for some more options. We have a text chat here on the right. On the left-hand side, we have a countdown timer, countdown when the next break session happens. And again, that's around 15 minutes after the hour. You can copy the URL again. You can click to share to Twitter. Now, when someone clicks your link, like I was saying, they just don't join your room automatically. They request to join your room. And so they'll show up under pending. And then, they'll show up under pending. And then you'll be able to click their username, either of Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, and you can see whether or not you allow that person into your room. If you do allow them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them. Now, you as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen. And again, the reason for that is because you're trying to get help or feedback on a thing you're working on. So I think by being able to show others what you're working on, seeing what you're seeing, they'll be able to give you the help or the feedback that you're looking for. They'll have more context to do that. And the way you communicate to the Hako, one way is through the text chat, putting your message in here to the bottom, hit send, it'll add to the list of messages. I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks that don't have audio chat enabled, they'll still be able to follow along because what people are saying will be turned into text and put into the text chat. Then I have the opposite where you enable text to speech. So if you're not looking at the text chat and you still kind of want to follow along, you can just enable text to speech and whatever message is put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser. All right, then I think that's pretty much everything. Then you can check out all the different Hakos that have been created. And yeah, that is it. Cool. So I'm going to get y'all back to work because, again, right now, where's my mouse? Where did the mouse go? Here you go. So because right now, I'm, like I said, when we come back, we'll take a look at the project I made. I'm creating the social image, the social share image, so that when you share it on different sites, like a little preview of it will pop up. And so I'm working on that now. So it's just something mad simple. It's basically done. I just need to like upload it to it, put out the meta tag stuff, and then call it a day, and then test it out. I gotta test out the card, but it'll be fine. I have like a template and stuff, things I can look at. So, and then plus I gotta cut my hair because it's super hot outside and it is getting long. So I'm gonna handle that in this next work session. So hopefully you, whatever you're working on, you'll get some progress, make some progress. And yeah, I'm gonna send you all off with this traveling music. This right here is an artist that goes by the name of Anthony Cruz, aka A Buddha. The track is called Thank You, because thanks for hanging out. Again, see you 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. All right, so here's Anthony Cruz, aka A Buddha. Thank you. All right, y'all be easy. And peace.
I want to say thank you for holding on. When a brother was down and out, now I feel so strong. And I want to say thank you for being there. When a brother had nowhere to turn to, you were there. And I feel like, yeah. And everybody says, yeah. We spread a love like, yeah. I want to say thank you for holding on. When a brother was down and out, now I feel so strong. And I want to say thank you for being there. When a brother had nowhere to turn to.